at 1080p at 14 megabits. Let's say that it's
14?
Let's say we'll do it. Yep.
It's working?
Yep.
14, wow.
Let it ride.
So,
Let it ride.
so now we're streaming?
We're streaming.
Streaming.
That's it.
So
Yeah.
you wouldn't want to draw close to the meeting though? You just will, or you edit that later or no?
Yeah, we had to leave.
Because what Bill's gonna do is he can record it in the camera too. And
Yeah.
He's just gonna edit
I
the
saw.
title on the bottom.
Okay.
And He'll upload it afterwards.
All
So
right.
then we'll just take this one off.
Testing 1 2 3 1 2 3. Phil, can you hear me? Testing 1 2 3. There we go. You got it. Marks.
In compliance with Chapter 231 of the Open Public Meeting Act of the State of New Jersey, adequate notice has been given to all members of the governing body, the local source, and the Westfield Leader, the two newspapers designated to receive such notice. This notice is posted on the Borough Hall Bulletin Board. Let's stand for an invocation from Council President Messler.
Dear Lord, please protect the residents of Mountainside, our EMS, our first aid squad, our police department, and our fire department, and keep all the residents of Mountainside safe. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, roll call, please.
Councilwoman Andre? Here. Councilman Dierkes?
Here.
Councilman Matijak?
Here.
Councilman Messler?
Yes. Here.
Councilwoman Pacifico?
Here.
Councilwoman Peters absent.
Okay, let's do the approval of the minutes for the regular session meeting on February 21st, 2023.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion, we have a second. Poll the council.
Councilwoman Andre?
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes?
Yes.
Councilman Matijak?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pacifico?
Yes.
Okay, next we have the approval of the minutes for the work session meeting on March the 7th, 2023. We have a motion for that?
So moved. Second.
We have a motion, we have a second. Poll the council.
Councilwoman Andre?
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes?
Yes.
Councilman Matijak?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pacifico?
Yes.
Okay, before we start our resolutions tonight, we have a couple of presentations from the Mountainside Elks. They're going to be awarding 3 checks tonight. The first one is to the rescue squad for $2,500, and Lisa Plesh, who is the Elk secretary, will tell you where that money comes from. Also, they're going to be giving a check to the Mountainside Police Department to support their DARE program, and also a check to the Mountainside PAL for their contribution to the veterans, the Memorial Day Parade on behalf of the veterans. Okay? So if, Eric, you want to stand up, Lisa?
You guys can come to the mic. There we go.
Sure. Let's hold it so we face the camera though. Oh, wow, more money than I thought. Okay, you're gonna give us a little spiel on where this money came from?
So Mountainside Elks, they have the ENF program, which provides grants for different programs. This is the Beacon grant that we are able to provide to Mountainside Rescue Squad. I heard that they needed a truck, so we have $2,500 to that, and then $1,500 for supplies that we were able to get from the Elks for them.
Fantastic. Thank you. Thank you. Eric, thank you. All right. And Eric's going to stay up here because he's going to accept on behalf of the police department. He's the ranking officer on tonight.
And this is for the gratitude grant. We have the gratitude grant for $1,000 for the police department, which goes to DARE programs, and then the $1,000 is the PAL, which will go to the 4th of July and other community events, also from grants.
This is going to go a long way for both the rescue squad and the police department. Very appreciated. Thank you.
Alex is great. You're going to give me the PAL. Actually, this check is going to be used to support the Memorial Day Parade and the veterans. So they're giving us the Mountainside PAL, and I'm the president of the PAL, they're giving them $1,000. I want to thank the Elks to go a long way to help us with our Memorial Day Parade, which is always a great community event in Mountainside. It's on Memorial Day. No, it's not. Oh, yeah,
It is.
It's on Memorial Day this year. Hopefully we'll be able to have our parade. So thank you for the Elks for supporting us. Okay, so now we're back to our resolutions. The first one is a resolution 45-2023. Deanna.
Yeah, this is the award pools concession contract. Whereas one proposal was submitted and Recreation Director Frank Mazzella and the Recreation Committee recommends awarding to Clark Concession Operations in the sum of $5,100. And Christopher Pandolfo has extensive experience in the food industry and provided a successful season for our members last year. Now therefore be resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Mountainside that the pool concession contract for the year 2023 be awarded to Clark Concession Operations, 75 Victoria Drive, Clark, New Jersey, in the amount of $5,100. So moved.
Second.
We have a motion, we have a second. Poll the council, please.
Councilwoman Andre?
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes?
Yes.
Councilman Mattajak?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pacifico?
yes,
Okay, next we have Resolution 46-2023. Donna.
Resolution 46-2023, whereas the Borough of Mountainside needs to refund monies to interested parties for overpayment of current year taxes. Now therefore be it resolved that the treasurer be authorized to issue the following refund, and it is for Core Logic, and it is for $1,988.52. So moved.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion, we have a second. Poll the council, please.
Councilwoman Andre?
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes?
Yes.
Councilman Mattajak?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pacifico?
Yes,
Okay, next we have Resolution 47-2023. Steve?
Whereas NJSA 40A 4-58 provides for transfer within certain appropriations within the reserved municipal budget during the first 3 months of the fiscal year, and whereas the Chief Financial Officer has advised the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Mountainside that the need for certain transfers within the 2022 municipal budget exists, and whereas it is recommended that these budget transfers be made. Now therefore be it resolved that the following budget transfers be made in the 2022 municipal budget reserves. From group insurance of $50,000, police salary and wages $50,000, legal OE $60,000, construction salary and wages totaling $200,000, moving to tax appeal pending. So moved.
second,
Got a motion, we got a second. You want to poll the council, please?
Councilwoman Andre?
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes?
Yes.
Councilman Mattajak?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pacifico?
yes,
Okay, next we have Resolution 48-2023. Renee?
Okay, this is for the Local Budget Act, which provides the temporary appropriations and for the purposes amounts. So this is going to be a temporary appropriations, and it's going to be going from one amount to another amount from 2022 from 2023. So, for instance, the pool will go from $20,000 to $40,000. The municipal court will go from $2,000 to $3,000, and there's some various others. So moved.
Second.
Is that the right resolution he's reading?
Yeah.
I got,
Yeah, that's the right one.
oh, okay, all right. Sorry about that, thank you. Okay, poll the council, please.
Councilwoman Andre?
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes?
Yes.
Councilman Mattajak?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pacifico?
yes,
Okay, next we have Resolution 49, well, yeah, 49-2023. Bob?
Yes, so, whereas in accordance with the applicable provisions of the Public Contracts Law, the borough advertised for bids for contract 2022-8 for resurfacing of Mill Lane and Rutgers Road. And there was multiple bidders on the bid list that put a bid in, and the borough engineers recommending awarding the base bid in alternate number 2 to Midwest Construction for $406,965.70 for the base bid and $19,800 for the alternate. So moved.
Second.
Poll the council.
Councilwoman Andre?
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes?
Yes.
Councilman Mattajak?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pacifico?
yes,
Okay, next we have Resolution 50-2023.
Whereas there's a need for a part-time planning board secretary, and Whereas the governing body of the Borough of Mountainside is desirous of filling subject vacancy, and whereas the Borough Administrator recommends that the Borough Council take action and hire Joanna Roberts. Now therefore be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Mountainside that Joanna Roberts is hereby hired as part-time Planning Board Secretary at an hourly rate of $25, not to exceed 20 hours, effective March 21st, 2023, with a 6-month probationary period. At the conclusion of the probationary period, the hourly rate will increase to $27 per hour. So moved.
Second.
We have a motion, we have a second. Poll the council, please.
Councilwoman Andre?
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes?
Yes.
Councilman Mattajak?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pacifico?
Yes.
Okay, next we have Resolution 51-2023.
Resolution 51-2023, whereas there exists a need for a pool manager and assistant managers at the community pool for 2023 season. Whereas Recreation Director Frank Mazzella and the Recreation Committee has recommended the following individuals be appointed to said positions. John Tasato, manager, for $13,486.34, and Scott Landotti as assistant manager for $8,763.89. Now therefore be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Mountainside that the recommendation of the Recreation Director Frank Mazzella and the Recreation Committee be and hereby is accepted and approved pending completion of background checks. Be it resolved that the salaries of the above positions shall be set forth in the borough's annual salary resolution. So moved.
Second.
We have a motion, we have a second. Poll the council.
Councilwoman Andre?
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes?
Yes.
Councilman Mattajak?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pacifico?
Yes.
Frank, are we still looking for more assistant managers, or are we okay?
We still have one position to fill, but I did have an applicant come in and interview.
Okay, all right, so, but if anyone is interested, they should contact the rec department?
Correct.
Okay, all
Are
right.
you looking for other positions also, Frank? Is there, or?
Always lifeguards. There's a little bit of a shortage everywhere.
How about playground?
Playground, we should be good.
Okay, all right, great. Maybe we should put something on the blinking sign about the lifeguards, so we can maybe attract some more. Okay, so next we have the Resolution 52-2023.
Yes, I'm going to read through this. On New Jersey Local Government Week, a resolution of the Borough of Mountainside recognizing New Jersey Local Government Week, April 16th through April 22nd, encouraging all citizens to support this celebration and corresponding activities. Whereas local government is the government closest to the most citizens and the one with most direct impact upon its residents. Whereas local government provides services and programs that enhance the quality of life for residents, making their municipality their home. Whereas local government is administered for and by its citizen and is dependent upon public commitment and understanding of its many responsibilities. Local government officials and employees share the responsibility to pass along the understanding of public services and their benefits. Whereas New Jersey Local Government Week offers an important opportunity for elected officials and local government staff to spread the word to all citizens of New Jersey that they can shape and influence this branch of government. Whereas the New Jersey State Legal Municipalities and its member municipalities have joined together to teach citizens about municipal government through a variety of activity. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Mountainside as follows. Section 1. The Mayor and Council encourage all citizens, local government officials, and employees to participate in the events that recognize and celebrate Local Government Week. Section 2, the Mayor and Council encourages educational partnerships between local government and schools, as well as civic groups and other organizations. Section 3, the Mayor and Council supports and encourages all New Jersey local governments to actively promote and sponsor New Jersey Local Government Week. So moved.
Second.
Thank you, Deanna. Poll the council, please.
Councilwoman Andre?
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes?
Yes.
Councilman Mattajak?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pacifico?
Yes.
Okay, next we have Resolution 53-2023.
Resolution authorizing the borough officials to sign an agreement with Our Lady of Lourdes Roman Catholic Church whereby the borough acquires 4.4 acres of church property and an easement for access to such property. Whereas the Borough of Mountainside has been engaged in negotiations with Our Lady of Lourdes Roman Catholic Church, Mountainside, regarding the purchase of approximately 4.4 acres of Lot 6 in Block 11 on the tax map of the Borough of Mountainside, and whereas such 4.4 acres is the property behind the church buildings that has been used in the past primarily as athletic fields, and whereas the governing body of the borough has concluded that it is in the best interest of the borough that the use of such 4.4 acres continues to be athletic fields and other recreational purposes. Whereas to continue to use such 4.4 acres will require that there be public access to the athletic fields, and whereas the negotiations that have been underway have resulted in agreement regarding the terms of which the borough would acquire such 4.4 acres of Our Lady of Lourdes Roman Catholic Church and an easement that would give the public access to such 4.4 acres. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the mayor and council of the Borough of Mountainside that the appropriate borough officials be and they hereby are authorized to sign an agreement with Our Lady of Lourdes Roman Catholic Church whereby the borough will acquire 4.4 acres of Our Lady of Lourdes Roman Catholic Church for the use as athletic fields and other recreational purposes, and also acquire an easement that would give the public access to such 4.4 acres. So moved.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second.
Poll the council, please.
Councilwoman Andre?
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes?
Yes.
Councilman Mattajak?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pacifico?
Yes.
For the public, this resolution I've been talking about now probably for about the last year and a half. So we've now successfully completed our negotiations to acquire the fields behind Our Lady of Lourdes and also to make sure that we have access to those fields. This will also ensure that those fields will remain used for athletic and recreational purposes only. They will never be used for development or any housing behind the church, and I think it's a great way to create open space, maintain open space in Mountainside, and I think that's one of the things that makes Mountainside the great community that it is, the fact that we do have all this open space. So finally, we're going to be able to sign the contract, and then we'll move forward on the next step, which is to, we have to do some work before we can go to closing, but this is a big step, so. Okay, so next we have Resolution 54-2023.
Yes, Mayor. Whereas the A&E Committee has recommended compensation adjustments for the following list of 13 municipal employees, which would result in the compensation adjustments set forth below. Now, therefore, be resolved, there's a list of different adjustments that will be given to employees. So now, therefore, be it resolved that the foregoing compensation adjustments be implemented as the dates indicated. So moved.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Now, before we vote, I just want to thank the A&E Committee. I think they did a great job in evaluating a lot of different factors that they had to look at, the needs of our employees, the achievements of our employees, recognizing how our employees have done a good job in saving us money in a variety of ways, expanding our revenues, going out and getting grants. The best example of getting a grant is when you walk into the building. Today we have our new sliding automatic doors, which is a direct result of, the employees of Mountainside going after the funds, making sure that we can continue to provide the goods and services to this community that the community deserves. Well, I feel that all these adjustments are fair and reasonable and certainly are in the best interest of Mountainside as well as the best interest of all of our residents. Poll the council, please.
Councilwoman Andre?
Considering the recommendation of A&E Committee, yes.
Councilman Dierkes?
Yes.
Councilman Mattajak?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pacifico?
Yes.
And Mayor, Councilwoman Pater asked me to just say that she's not here today because of family convinced, but she would be voting against supporting this. So, I'm reading,
Okay, all right, so next we have a second reading of ordinance 13-18-2023. Renee, you want to make the motion, please?
Yes, this is an ordinance to amend the section entitled Fire Prevention and Protection to authorize recovery of costs and expenses associated with the provision of fire services. I'm sure most of the town residents are aware that, the Borough of Mountainside has a wholly volunteer fire department, which is funded by the taxpayers of Mountainside. Just a couple of provisions on this that I just want to make clear on. On the policy for billing, the Borough of Mountainside recognizes the fire department's need to bill for fire rescue and hazmat services to aid in the provision of emergency services. No person requiring emergency services shall be denied services due to lack of insurance or ability to pay. And the rates for equipment used shall be derived by the FEMA, which is the Federal Emergency Management Service. Any and all amounts collected as a result of this article shall be used exclusively for the replacement or maintenance of fire department emergency services for, materials, equipment, and training purposes. And finally, one last thing I want to just point out is the cost recovery provisions of this ordinance shall not apply to residents and commercial residents of the Borough of Mountainside unless the necessity of the emergency service was a result of violations of the Uniform Fire Code. So moved.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, so now we're going to open it up to the public. Someone?
See no public participation
Seeing no public.
at all.
No, we have some public in the back, don't say it all.
Participation. I close the session.
Move to close.
You move to close, we have a second?
second.
Okay, we close it. Poll the council, please.
Councilwoman Andre?
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes?
Yes.
Councilman Mattajak?
I just want to point out a couple things, reiterate that there'll be no cost to residents. Only insurance will be billed. There'll be no denial of services for anyone. This covers the consumables, the wear and tear of the fire department, defrays the cost of tax-funded fire department. A well-funded fire department makes for a good fire department, and no one should ever hesitate to call for services. My vote is yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pacifico?
Yes.
Okay, so next, we have a motion. We have a motion to approve a raffle application of the PTA Salt Brook School for an on-premise 50/50 and draw raffles. Do I have a motion for this raffle?
So moved.
We have a second? Second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, motion is passed. Next, we have bills and claims.
Okay, be it resolved by the mayor and council of the Borough of Mountainside that the following bills of the persons named and for the amounts stated below have been duly audited and found to be correct this 23rd day of March 2023. The same be paid after council review, if and when funds are available, and that the mayor, council president, administrator, and treasurer are hereby authorized and directed to sign and deliver warrants for the same, and this is in the amount of $659,682.34.
We have a motion to pay the bills. Do we have a second?
Second.
Poll the council, please.
Councilwoman Andre?
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes?
Yes.
Councilman Mattajak?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pacifico?
Yes.
Okay, so at this point, our two members of the audience that are part of the public, do you have any comments that you'd like to make? I know you're taking notes back there. Why are you here for? What are you here for? Come up to the podium. Tell us who you are.
I was supposed to do things for if you guys had a debate today, like opposing points of view, but there weren't any, which I guess is kind of a good thing that we all agree. My Eagle Scout project, though, I'll be putting this forward soon. There's the sign outside. It says like Borough of Mountainside on it. It's similar to the one you guys have above you. It's in a pretty bad state. Like if you compare it to the other ones that are in town, there's another one. It definitely needs a new coat of paint. It's supposed to have a fluorescent light underneath it, but that is not doing too good. I think the light's like not there, and the outlet's like exposed. So for my Eagle Scout project, if it gets passed by Patriots Path, I'll be replacing that sign, or not replacing it completely. I plan to keep the sign and repaint it. I'll have to like look into the wood and see if some of it needs to be replaced, but that is my plan.
If you talk to our Director of Public Works, he may be able to help you out and give you some information on what has to be done. And
Are you talking about the carved sign? The carved wooden sign?
Yeah, the carved wooden sign.
It's good. We were gonna take it down and move it anyway, so it's perfect. We can take it down. You can do it on the ground. So yeah, we'll drop it off at your house. Just give him your address. All right?
Thank you.
thank you for coming tonight. Okay, any comments from council? Okay, I think that'll be it. Then we need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Adjourned. That's pretty good. We started the meeting at 7:30. We ended at 5 minutes to 7. That's great. That's pretty good.